With the return of Gold Rush, which is entering Season 15, Ness returned with a new goal. However, he recently faced a setback after receiving some disappointing news. This comes out after the TV personality took a hiatus from the show. Ness recently took a hiatus from the show due to financial issues and the loss of his mother. However, since his return in Season 14, Ness is once again tackling his mining goals. With his return to the show, Ness has shared the goal of mining 1,500 ounces. In addition, he's also close to his ambition of owning land. In particular, he was interested in making a claim to Duncan Creek. As previously reported, Duncan Creek could have a large supply of uncovered gold. In particular, at the time, Ness shared the belief that a glacier-impacted moraine could have trapped washed-down gold in the area. It was especially hoped the creek could be the solution to financial issues Ness is facing around this time. All the while, it seemed like Ness's goals were within reach. He was able to build up an impressive crew and obtain high-quality equipment, such as a new 750 excavator. Ness's plans for Duncan Creek especially seemed within reach. This was despite contributing 450 ounces on gold for the purchase, meaning he was more than half of what he needed to obtain his goal. This purchase could have yielded a great potential return due to the high gold prices. However, things did not go as planned. The area's landlord, Troy Taylor, informed Ness that a needed water license had not been secured for approval for the upcoming season. This could delay plans to mine the area, risking Ness's investments. A clip of the scene had been uploaded to Instagram. At the time, it questioned what this could mean for Ness. As the caption shared, "What would you do if you were Rick?" With the water rights to Raleigh Valley in question, should Rick continue mining? As noted by monsters and critics, the issue highlights the issues that impact those who work in the mining industry. Things such as licenses or even the environment can make investments a huge risk for investors. That said, as the season unfolds, viewers will see if Ness can rise above this setback and ultimately save his investment. Fans are already starting to worry about Ness with the new season. As previously reported, fans especially took note in his change of appearance, causing some to worry about the TV personality's health. For many fans of the popular Discovery Channel series Gold Rush, Ness has become a familiar face, known for his relentless work ethic, infectious enthusiasm, and a drive to find gold that rivals the very mountains he digs into. Throughout his years on the show, Rick has faced numerous challenges, from equipment breakdowns to navigating the difficult relationships with his crew. However, his journey has always been one of perseverance, learning, and most importantly, chasing the dream of striking it big in the gold mining business. But recently, Ness faced a major setback that has thrown his ambitions into turmoil. After years of striving to build his mining empire, he received news that would shake the very foundation of his dreams. For a man who has always taken risks, faced hardships, and kept pushing forward, this latest obstacle is proving to be his biggest challenge yet. The dream of gold mining. Rick's journey into gold mining began long before Gold Rush cameras started rolling. He started working in the industry as a mechanic and operator, and his dream of striking it rich in the Klondike was born long before he became a part of the show's cast. Over the years, Rick's passion for mining has been clear, and his ambition to strike it big with a gold mine has always driven him forward. In his earlier seasons on Gold Rush, Rick worked under Parker Schnabel and helped him grow his operation. He quickly earned the respect of his peers and the audience with his no-nonsense attitude and sheer grit. As his time on the show progressed, Rick began to branch out on his own, building his own mining operation and chasing the dream of finding his fortune in the gold-rich ground of the Yukon. But the journey has never been easy. The risks and costs involved in running a mining operation are immense. The amount of effort, manpower, and resources required to operate an efficient gold mining operation is staggering, and Rick has never shied away from the hard work. He poured his heart and soul into his mining operation, determined to make his dreams a reality. Unfortunately, the mining industry is fraught with its own set of challenges. While some miners are lucky enough to find a rich seam of gold, others can struggle for years with little success. Rick's operation has faced its fair share of financial difficulties, breakdowns, and setbacks. But despite it all, he never lost sight of his dream, believing that he would eventually strike it big if he just kept pushing forward. The devastating news. This is where the devastating news came in. Rick recently announced that his operation had suffered a significant blow. After years of building his mining business, investing his time, money, and energy, Rick revealed that his dream of striking gold had been severely hindered by unforeseen circumstances. The nature of the setback revolves around the financial instability of his mining operation, specifically an issue related to his partnership with investors and the lack of gold yield from the ground. While Rick has always maintained a positive attitude, the reality of the situation has sunk in. Despite his relentless work and investment, it seems the return on his hard work is not what he had hoped for, and the future of his operation is uncertain. While the exact details of the news remain unclear, it's evident that this development has had a profound impact on Rick. As a reality star and businessman, Rick has always presented himself as someone who is resilient in the face of adversity. But this latest hurdle is one that could potentially end his gold mining career if he cannot find a way to overcome it. In a heartfelt message shared on his social media, Rick expressed his disappointment and sadness over the news. He acknowledged the difficulty of facing such a major setback but reiterated his commitment to the dream that has guided him throughout his life. He shared that although the current situation is tough, he is not one to give up easily and that he would continue to fight for his dream. "Dreams aren't meant to be easy," Rick wrote. "They take hard work, persistence, and a lot of heart. Sometimes you hit a roadblock, but you have to keep going. I'm not done yet." For Rick, the news isn't just a blow to his business, but to his identity as a miner and a dreamer. He's always been the one to pick himself up after failure and keep going. However, this setback has made him question what the future holds for his gold mining career. His fans and crew, who have supported him through thick and thin, are also feeling the weight of the news. The emotional toll on Rick. Rick's fans have followed his journey on Gold Rush for years, witnessing both his triumphs and struggles. It's clear that his story resonates with many, especially those who admire his work ethic and determination. For viewers, watching Rick take on the challenges of mining and business has been inspiring. But now, with the news of his operation's difficulties, many are left wondering if this will mark the end of his journey. In a world where the pressures of fame, business, and personal loss can take a toll, it's clear that Rick is facing an emotional struggle. While he's known for his tough exterior, those who know him best understand that he has a deep love for his craft and his crew. The emotional impact of this setback is not only personal but professional as well. His crew members, many of whom have worked with him for years, are also affected by the uncertainty of the situation. They, too, have invested time, trust, and energy into the operation, and the news has left them questioning what comes next. Rick's social media posts have given fans a glimpse into his emotional journey. While he's not one to typically show vulnerability, the weight of this situation has made him more reflective. His words express the frustration and disappointment of facing yet another roadblock on a long and challenging path. "Sometimes it feels like you're putting everything into something, and it still doesn't work out," he said. "But you don't stop dreaming. You don't stop trying. The road ahead, a path of resilience." Despite the setback, Rick's determination remains unwavering. Those who know him understand that he will fight to overcome this challenge. He's spent years building his reputation, and he's not the type of person to give up on his dreams easily. Although his operation is currently facing financial struggles and gold production has been disappointing, Rick is exploring other avenues to salvage his career. The good news is that Rick still has many options available to him. As a well-known figure in the gold mining community, he has garnered a following of supporters and investors who believe in his ability to bounce back. While the road may be difficult, it's clear that Rick has a resilient spirit that can weather even the most difficult storms. In addition to his mining operation, Rick has opportunities outside of the goldfields. His presence on Gold Rush has made him a popular figure, and it's possible that new partnerships or ventures could arise from his status as a TV star. Furthermore, the support from his fans and the broader Gold Rush community will continue to fuel his drive to overcome this setback and rebuild his dream.